Dear students, in previous class we are discussing about various components of motherboard. In that already we discussed about processors, CMOS and BIOS and as well as slots also. We already discussed four components CMOS, BIOS, processor and slots. Now fifth is a disk controller. Now see what is disk controller. This controller is a circuit that enables the CPU to communicate with the hard disk, floppy disk and other kinds of your disk drives. So when you are going to connect your floppy or hard disk or any other kind of devices, memory devices, in that case your system must communicate with CPU. Your devices must be communicated with CPU. To communication purposes, we have to use various disk controllers. Okay, to communicate with CPU and your memory devices, we have to use various disk controllers. So for that, see which are disk controllers are there. First is the HDC. It is called as a hard disk controller. If you are having hard disk on your system, to communicate hard disk with your CPU, we have to use a HDC controller. So see what is HDC? HDC is the interface that enables the computer to read and write the information to the hard disk. So whatever the data is there, whatever the contents are there in your hard disk, to read from the hard disk or to write to the hard disk, we have to use the HDC. HDC is nothing but a one disk controller. Using this controller, we can read the contents from the hard drive or we can write a new data to your hard disk also. Sometimes it's necessary to read data whatever available on your system. That is means in a hard disk. If you want to access that information, access that data, we can access that one. That is called the reading, or sometimes we have to add new data into your hard disk. Sometimes we have to add new data into the your hard disk. So in that case you can also, it is called as a write information, reading and writing. So one thing I will tell you, already you written the one C++ program and that is stored on your computer system, that is nothing but in hard disk. So now you are going to open that file, that is means reading the file. Okay, and now you are writing new program and going to save to your system. So after writing the program, when you save the program into your system, that is called as a writing information to the disk, hard disk. So this is what, for communication purpose we have to use a HDC controllers. The first standard hard disk controller developed by IDE. Okay, the standard drive is also known as a ATA, Advanced Technology Attachment. It is called as Advanced Technology Attachment, developed by IDE. Okay, so what is IDE? I'll explain you later. So this is about what HDC. So next is FDC. FDC is nothing but a floppy disk controller. Floppy disk is not using nowadays, but in previous days all are using the floppy disk only. Actually, floppy disk work is for moving data from one system to another system. See, nowadays you all are using the pen drives or CD drives, but in olden days they are using the floppies only. Already in first year I discussed you what is floppy disk. Okay, its size also. Normally it's having the 1.44 MB. So if you want to write the information or read the information from the floppy, we have to use the FDC disk controller. Okay, that is, a floppy disk controller is the interface that directs and controls the reading from the and writing to the computer's floppy drive. So if you want to reading the information from the floppy, or if you are going to write data into the floppy, we have to use the FDC controller. Already in last year also we have discussed about this one, floppy disk. Okay, so these are two disk controllers we are using in the motherboard. There are two types of disk controllers we are using in our motherboard. So this is a fifth component. Okay, first is a processor, BIOS, CMOS, slots, and disk controller. So next is I/O ports and interfaces. There are so many I/O ports and interfaces are there. I will explain one by one. There are mainly 15 to 16 I/O ports are there. What is mean by I/O? First you can learn this. I/O means input output ports. I/O means input output ports. So next one, what is port? A port is a socket on the computer used to connect the external devices to the computer. In simple word, I will tell you what is port. If you want to connect any devices to your computer system must and should have a port. If your computer system is having the port, then only you can add the external devices to your computer, that are called as the IO ports. If your computer system is having the ports, then only you can connect or you can add the external devices. So what are external devices? What do you mean by like that? I will explain one by one. There are several types of ports are there, like serial ports, parallel ports, USB ports, and AG ports, or etc. There are so many ports are there. If you are having such ports, you can add a new devices to your computer system. Okay. Then I will explain one by one. Then so many ports are there. I will explain one by one. So first, see what is serial port. First, we can discuss about what is serial port. So in this, serial port is also known as a communication port. Serial port is also known as a communication port, or it is also called as the RS-232C ports. They are used to connecting communication devices like mouse and modem. Such ports, such serial port is mainly used for communication purposes. To make the communication, we have to use a serial port. For example, we can use the mouse and modems. If you connect mouse and modem to your system, we can use this serial ports. This port transport data serially one bit at a time. Using serial ports, you can transfer a data one bit of information at a time. It needs a single wire to transfer one bit of data. It is having only single wire, one wire. So using that one wire only, you can transmit only one bit of data. Only one bit you can transfer it. So it takes 8 times longer to transfer a byte. Means what? A byte is having nothing but 8 bits. A byte is having the 8 bits. Suppose if you want to transfer 1 byte of data, in that case you have to takes 8 times longer, because at a time it will send only one bit of data. At a time a serial port will send the only one bit of data. So if you want to transfer 1 byte of information, it requires 8 times of data to transfer to the your other memory. So this is what serial port. So what is serial port? Serial port is also known as a communication port, or RS-232C port. They are used for connecting communication devices like mouse and modem. Okay. To do the communication, they are using the modem, and serial port is having the single wire, so it can send only one bit of data at a time. So this is called as a serial port. These serial ports are came from two types. One is a 9 ports, and another is a 25 ports serial port. There are two types of ports are there. One is the 9-pin ports, another is the 25-pin ports. There are two types of ports are there in serial port. One is a 9-pin and another is a 25-pin ports. This is called as a serial port. Next, second one is a parallel port. So we are discussing about IO ports. There's so many IO ports are there. In that, first is a serial port, second is a parallel port. Then see what is parallel port. Parallel ports are used to connect external input-output devices like printers and scanners. So in your computer system, if you want to connect the input or output devices like printers, scanners, you may use parallel ports. There are so many external devices it is necessary to use for us. In that case, if your system is having the parallel ports, then only you can add it, then only you can attach the devices. Then see what is parallel port. This port facilitates the parallel transfer of data, usually 1 byte 8 bits at a time. See, our serial port is transmit only 1 bit of data at a time. This parallel port will transmit the 1 byte of data at a time. Means 8 times faster than serial port. Parallel port is 8 times faster than serial port, because in serial port we can transfer only 1 bit of information. In parallel port we can transfer 8 bit of data at a time. So parallel ports come in the form of 25-pin connectors. So this parallel port is come with the 25-pin connectors. It is having 25 pins. It is called as a parallel port. So see what is second one. Once again I will interpret what is parallel port. So parallel ports are used to connect external input and output devices like printers and scanners. Suppose if you want to connect the input devices or output devices, in that case we must have a parallel port. Parallel port can transfer 8 bit of information at a time. 8 bit is nothing but a 1 byte. So it will transfer 1 byte of information at a time. Then parallel ports come with the 25-pin connectors. So this parallel port will come with a 25 pins connector. So this is the second IO ports, input output ports. Then third is the IDE. I told you IDE, integrated digital electronics. See, port IDE devices like CD-ROM drives or hard disk drives are connected to the motherboard through the IDE port. So your motherboard is also there, your hard disk is also there. So connection between motherboard and hard disk will requires one cable. That cable is nothing but a IDE, integrated digital electronics. Okay. Or one more thing, you having the CD-ROM and also you're having the motherboard. So connection between motherboard and CD-ROM, we need a one cable. That cable is nothing but a IDE, integrated digital electronics. With the help of this IDE, we can transfer data from motherboard to hard disk and hard disk to motherboard, or motherboard to CD-ROM, CD-ROM to hard disk. So this is what IDE. Okay, IDE, integrated digital electronics. It is used to connect the hard disk or CD-ROM to your motherboard. To connect between motherboard and hard disk or motherboard and CD drive, we need a one cable. That cable is called as the IDE, integrated digital electronics. Next is the fourth one is the USB, universal serial port, or universal serial bus. It is also one type of port. Nowadays, all are using this USB port only. In olden days, all are using serial port and parallel port. But now, at present, the maximum devices are came with the USB port only. In previous days, the whatever devices are, it may be printers, and they come with the parallel ports, or some mouse, keyboards are come with the serial ports. But now it is not like that. All devices, it may be printer, scanner, keyboard, mouse, all are come with the USB port. Why they come with the USB port? See, what is the advantage of USB? USB is a plug and play interface between the computer and add-on devices. Add-on means you can add any devices. It may be keyboard, mouse, printer, whatever. For example, new device can be added to the computer without adding an adapter card or even turning the computer system off. See, if you add new device into the computer system, it does not require to turn off the system, or it does not require any new additional adapters. So whatever your USB ports are there, using that USB port only, you can add new devices. Whatever your USB port is there, using that USB port only, you can add new devices. So because of that, all are using the USB ports, and this does not also require the software also. Sometimes what happen, if you want to connect the external devices, you have to first install its drivers. So using USB, it does not require. After connecting it, immediately work on. Even you are using the pen drives. Whenever you insert the pen drive, you can open your pen drive, you can transfer data to the hard disk to pen drive to hard disk. That's the main advantage. So then USB port is used to connect the variety of newer peripherals like printers, scanner, digital cameras, web cameras, speakers, etc. So whatever now new devices are there, it may be printers or scanner, digital camera, even your mobiles also, camera, web cameras also, speakers also. So at present days, whatever the external devices are there, that all external devices will come with the USB port only. Whatever the external devices are that all devices came with the USB port only. All are using the USB port today. Like, so this is about our USB, universal serial port. The question may be asked for you to expand USB or write the features of USB. So in that time you can write the search points also. They may be asked for 3 marks. Expand USB and write the features of USB. The question may be asked for 3 marks. Combined question. So next is PS2 port, personal system 2 port. This PS2 port is normally used for connecting the your keyboards, pointing devices like mouse, trackballs, and touchpads also. And it was developed by the IBM. IBM is Industrial Business Management. It is one company. This company developed a PS2 ports. So these PS2 ports are used to connect your keyboards and mouse. In olden days, you may see that keyboards and mouse pins are in a circle, round type. That round type keyboards and mouse are called as the PS2 ports. Nowadays, all keyboards and mouse are came with the USB type. But in olden days, the mouse and keyboards are came with the round shape. That shape is round. That are called as the PS2 ports. This PS2 port is used to connect the keyboards and mouse. This port is also called as the mouse port, as most computers now have a PS2 ports to connect the mouse. Next is the AGP. AGP is the accelerated graphics port. AGP is the accelerated graphics port. See, this all expansion may be as per 1 mark. Keep in your mind. You should know what is AGP, what is PS2, what is USB. This all the expansions will ask for 1 mark. Expand USB, expand AGP, X like that. Okay. Then see what is AGP. To connect to graphic card to provides a high-speed video performance typically required in a game and other multimedia applications. Whenever you are using the high definition video games, in that case we have to use graphics cards. Or also you are using any multimedia applications, high graphics level multimedia applications, in that case we have to use additional graphic card. So in that time we have to add a external graphics card. If your system is having a AGP port, then only you can add the graphics card. To add the graphics devices, you have to use the AGP ports. Using AGP only, you can add the graphics port. When the graphics port is necessary, when you are using the high level multimedia applications or any high level video games, in that time only we have to use the graphics card. So next is the SCSI. Small computer system interface. SCSI means small computer system interface port. For adding external devices such as high-speed hard disk, high-end scanners, and CD drives, it does the fast data transfer of and I/O operations. And you are going to connect the high-speed hard disk or high-speed high-end cameras, scanners, CD drives. In that case, we have to use the SCSI interface port. So SCSI is nothing but a small computer system port, interface port. So using this SCSI port, we can connect the high-speed hard disk, high-ended cameras, and also CD-ROM. So because of it, it does a fast data transfer between I/O ports, I/O operations, input-output operation. Using this SCSI port, the data transmission between I/O ports becomes faster. Next is VGA, Visual Graphic Adapter. VGA means Visual Graphic Adapter. It is used to connect your monitor to a computer video card. See, to connect your monitor to into your CPU, we need a VGA port. Using the VGA port only, our monitor will get connected. So your motherboard is having the VGA port. If your motherboard is having VGA port, then only you can connect monitors. If your system, your motherboard is not having the VGA port, then we can't connect monitors. With the help of VGA port only, you can connect the monitors. Next is the power connector. See, it connects to the computer power cable that plug into the power bar or wall pocket. Your system needs power. If your computer is having the power, then only you can start the system. If your system is not having the power, then the computer did not start. It will did not stand on. So to stand on, we have to use the power connector. It is also here. Firewire port. So see, it connects the camcorders and video equipments to the computer. If you want to add the video equipments or camcorders, in that case you can use the firewire port also. Then is the modem. Modem, it is called as a modulator and demodulator. Modulation and demodulation. Last year already discussed about it. Once again I will discuss you. If you want to use the internet, we have to use this modems. With the help of telephone only, we can use it one, because telephone line came with the analog manner and our computer system came with the digital manner. So conversion between analog to digital and digital to analog, it is nothing but a modulation and demodulation. Because whatever signals came to the telephone line that came with the analog manner, we have to convert it to the digital manner. It is a modulation. After that, whatever our computer sends data to the telephone or the computer system sends in digital manner, but we have to convert it to the analog manner. That is called the demodulator. That is modem. Ethernet port. If we want to make the networking within the computers, we have to use the Ethernet port. It connects to the high-speed internet. So if you are having the Ethernet port, then only you can connect to the telephone line, then you can access the internet. So this is also one port, IO port, Ethernet port. So next is game port. If you want to use the joystick to play a games, we can use a game port. It connects PC to a joystick, because using joystick only you can play the video games. For playing the video games, you can use a joystick. So to connect the joystick, we have to need the game port. When you are having the game port, you have to use the joystick. Next is DVI, digital video interface port. See, it connects a flat panel LCD monitor to the computer's high-ended video graphics card. When you are using the LCD monitors or LCD projectors, in that case your system must have a DVI input. Whenever you are using the LCDs, in that case it is having the high-ended video graphics cards. So for that purposes, we have to use the DVI port. DVI means digital video interface port. Then next is the sockets. These are used to connect the microphone speakers to the sound card of the computer. When you are using the microphones or speaker to the computer system, we have to use these sockets. Using this, with the help of sockets only, we can connect the microphones as well as speakers to the your computer system. And one more is MIDI, musical instrument digital interface. MIDI, musical instrument digital interface out. See what is this? It is a system designed to transmit information between electronic musical instruments. A MIDI musical keyboard can be attached to the computer system, allow performers to play music and is captured by the computer system. You may already know that one. In present days, all are using computers for the purpose of recording the songs also, or remixing the songs also. So whenever musical came, it became the keyboards, that's own keyboards, musical instruments. They are having the piano like that. They are having other keyboards, musical keyboards also. So that musical keyboard should be connected to the computer only. So to do the connection between the that musical instruments and the computer system, we should have a MIDI port. Using MIDI port only, we can connect the computer system to that musical instruments. For that purpose, we have to use a MIDI port. So this much we have learned today. So remaining thing whatever is there, we can continue it in tomorrow. Okay. So in previous class, we learn about 4 components, that are processor, CMOS, BIOS and slots. And today we will learn about disk and IO port. There are 2 types of disks, FDC and HDC, hard disk controllers and floppy disk controller. That is a disk controllers, and 16 different IO ports. And today we discuss 16 different IO ports. So this is the 5th component of our motherboard. Today we discuss about 5th component of our motherboard. So next component is the bus. We can discuss into the next class. Next one more is that is a bus. That bus is the one port is there. That port we can discuss in tomorrow, because it is only lengthy concept is there. So in next class I will continue that one. So what is bus? What are types of buses are there? For what purpose the buses can be used? That all the things I will discuss in next class. Okay. So this is about today's class. Okay. Thank you.